Hello friends, this is KT. Welcome to my channel. Wait. I'm not a pelican. This is me. During a recent holiday, me and my husband set off south from Sydney to a town called Kiama. We stayed there for 3 days. In this video, I will take you to experience our little vacation together. Good morning, we're in Sutherland, Shire, right? And this is our first stop each for our road trip. We stop here to grab some brunch. Because we are here in Sutherland, we thought that we stop by the Bondi's hero, Mr. Ahmed's tobacco shop. His shop is just right next to the train station. It's on the main street, and there's people laying some flowers, push toys, and leaving some notes for the heroes who behaved so bravely during the recent horrible Bondi shooting. The community will honor what he did for Australia. These pelicans, they don't really afraid of people. You just go away. The place where we found these pelicans are in the town of Kembla. It is the south of Sydney and north of Kiama. We came for this memorial that commemorates the 1938 Delphrum dispute. During the Second World War, the wharf laborers refused to load pig irons onto ships bound for Japan, fearing they would be used to manufacture weapons that ended up killing Chinese people and used against Australia. They started a strike and successfully forced the government to reduce the pig iron exports to Japan. Just a few steps away, we found these white triangles. Chinese social media netizens came up with a very poetic name and called them the White Pyramid. I didn't understand why these concrete blocks were placed there, but when I returned home and did some research, I found that they were defensive structures built during World War II to prevent Japanese. Keep heading south, we arrive at our destination, Kiama. The town's name means where the sea makes a noise in the local indigenous language. I think the name may be coming from this blowhole. This is the landmark attraction to Kiama. The rocks around Kiama are made of two types of volcanic rock. One of them is softer and gets eroded by seawater more quickly. So the rock collapsed, create a channel and a chamber. The ocean waves rush into the channel again and again, and then the pressure built up inside the chamber. When the waves retreat, the pressure released, water was forced to spray out of the hole. The size and the height of the spray varied each time, so be patient. You might catch a truly spectacular moment. Ooh, nice! The next stop is Tasman Drive. It is known as one of the most beautiful streets. It is located in Gerringong, just of Kiama. I waited for the golden hour, which is near sunset, possibly to get some influencer shots, but the wind here was just too strong. It was hard to even stand still, so we didn't stay long and we left. Back in the town of Kiama, we found an Italian restaurant and had some pasta and tiramisu as our dinner. On our second day, I started with a simple baguette. Then we headed to Minnamurra, which is a town north of Kiama. So on the right hand side of me, there's Minnamurra River, and on the left hand side is the South Pacific. When the river meets the South Pacific, and it just created this gorgeous view. The sand is so white here, and it is also because we are in a mountaintop, so that we have panoramic view. This is a must visit place because the view is so good. The next stop is the town of Bamboo, which is south of Minnamurra and north of Kiama. Now I am in Bombo Headland. This view is created by millions of thousands of years of geological movement and also the ocean erosion. It is really unique. We didn't really see other views that look like this in New South Wales. You can hear the ocean better, the rocks, when you walk here. So it's definitely very breathtaking and magnificent. I highly recommend you walking down here when you are near Kiama.
Nearby, there's also a locally famous cathedral rocks. We just look at the rocks from a distance. The sea here is absolutely stunning. It is the definition of what jelly sea looks like. It needs no filters. When you come to Bamboo, remember just walk around a little bit because every step is a view. We got very hungry during our morning of travel, so we went back to Kiama to find some food. I love this fish and chip place because their food is salty and crispy and incredibly delicious. You see, I couldn't resist adding more after finishing our portion. Continuing heading south, we visited the Little Blowhole of Kiama. Although it's a little bit tiny and the water column is so big, this spot is great for listening the sound of the waves. For dinner, we found this famous local restaurant that's called Miss Arda. It is a Middle Eastern fusion restaurant.
This Turkish bread is very delicious. Skin is crispy and it's a little bit salty here. You're dipping some hummus.
You need to check this restaurant out when you come to Kiama. Remember to book in advance. After dinner, the sun still hasn't set, so we walked along the seaside and watched the sunset. On the third morning, we specifically found out this bakery that was only opened on weekends. I ordered a cup of coffee and croissant to start off the morning. Our itinerary today wasn't very rushed, so we went for a walk by the sea. The daily life of the residents here by the ocean is super relaxed and super chill. Some of them were enjoying the sun, others bathing in the ocean. I found a spot in the park to read my book while listening to the waves. When I get tired of reading, I look at the nearby scenery. It was a truly relaxing morning. We drive north and back towards Sydney. We took a detour near Wollongong to Tian Temple. The temple is the largest in the southern hemisphere and was founded in 1995. When we visited, it happened to be its 30th anniversary. There are 3 places inside to pay respects. These places are front shrine, main shrine, and a pagoda. You need to light 3 sticks of incense before entering the hall to worship. After visiting these 3 spots, I walked up the hill and rang the bell. I heard vegetarian food in this temple is quite good, so we had our lunch here. Since we were at a Buddhist temple, I ordered a lotus street that is quite on theme and very refreshing during a summer day. And I also ordered a bowl of rice noodles. My husband ordered a Cantonese barbecue pork that made with tofu. On the way home, we stopped briefly at Bondi Beach to offer flowers for the victims of the recent shooting. Well, that's it for my whole trip. Remember to comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video.